बहुत धन्यवाद। जय भीम, जय भारत।
श्री जयदेव गल्ला जी।
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to speak on this small, limited but very important piece of legislation. Sir, we must admit, the government must admit, and the ministry particularly must admit the gross lapse on its part in extending this legislation to Nagaland for nearly 1.5 decades, and also to Himachal Pradesh, where family courts have been established in 2019 itself. This incident came to light only when a petition was filed in the High Court of Himachal Pradesh challenging the validity of family courts. Had there not been any petition, we would not have been discussing this bill at all, sir. Sir, governance is a continuous process, so this kind of lapse is not acceptable, and this kind of functioning of the ministry is not expected from this government at least, sir. So taking advantage of this discussion, I wish to appeal to all ministries of the Union to look into the acts that are under their administrative control and to see whether there are any such lapses, and if there are any, kindly take suitable action. Or I would like to suggest for the consideration of the government to constitute a committee, the way we had done to repeal redundant and obsolete laws, and let this committee scrutinize all the existing laws and recommend corrective measures to the administrative ministries wherever required. This is the first point I wish to make, sir. Sir, taking advantage of this bill, I wish to speak on a few issues that are plaguing family court system in the country, be it relating to the discrimination against fathers in custody cases or delays in judgments or misuse of this legislation. We all must admit, the House must admit, that family court system in the country is not quite in the pink of health, sir. And one of the reasons behind this is the lack of infrastructure, and the second is the shortage of judges and judicial officers at the lower level. The Honourable Law Minister himself, in a reply to a question in Parliament, said that 11.79 lakh cases are pending in 732 family courts, and UP tops with 34% of the cases. It is all happening due to the shortage of family courts, lack of infrastructure in the existing courts, and the shortage of staff, sir. The 14th Finance Commission had not given any money to the ministry when it sought 541 crores. But look at the paradox. Instead, it said that 235 more family courts should be set up between 2015 and 2020. Also, what projections has the ministry made before the 15th Finance Commission, and what it has received may kindly be shared with the House, sir. Sir, I have some very quick few suggestions I would like to make for better management, functioning and delivery of justice in family courts, and then I'll close, sir. One, family courts can take help of NGOs in the settlement of disputes. Two, now we have counselors on a temporary basis. We have to appoint counselors on a permanent basis, and they should be given proper training. Three, judges in family courts need to be gender sensitized, sir. Four, procedure in family courts should be simplified to pave speedy and hassle-free justice. Five, government may give a thought of appointing qualified social workers and activists as judges of family courts. Six, now I think a district with 1 million population should have a family court. The norm has to be changed, sir, and we should make that every district, irrespective of size of population, should have a family court. Seven, judges can also act as counselors in the later part of counseling. And finally, eight, sir, the ICT and AI has to be extensively used to help settle the cases as early as possible. So, sir, with these observations, I support the bill. Thank you, sir.
Shri Rajdeep Rai ji.